Guys, so today I'm going to talk about names that my family has used for pets. Okay, the first name I have is Bailey. Bailey is it was a unisex name originally, as we know, and it means law enforcer, so it's an occupational job. Um, but my cousin named her cat Bailey after the alcohol, and it is a number 105 for girls. Next name I have is Beckett. Beckett means bee cottage. I I don't know why. It is English and Irish, and it's number 279, which I was kind of surprised to see. I believe she named her dog Beckett after a hockey player or something. The next name I have is Brandy. Brandy was the name of my grandmother's dog when she was like around the time my dad was a child, I think. Brandy means burnt wine, and it is Dutch. A lot of people probably think of the R&B singer. Next name I have is Cookie. Cookie is obviously a food, and it is not in the top 1,000. Usually used as a nickname for people. Cookie was the name of my sister's hamster, and she gave him the middle name Grandpa. Grandpa. A popular show on right now is Empire, so a lot of people probably are gonna start thinking of Cookie as the main character from Empire. The next name I have is a guilty pleasure name of mine because I've had a lot of pets, but one of the first pets that I named was a fish. It was a goldfish I got at the fair, and it lived for 3 years, and I named it Domino, and it's a guilty pleasure name because obviously, no, you can't really use Domino, but I was surprised to see it as a boy and a girl name on Nameberry listed, but there was a girl in a Pokemon movie named Domino, and I just liked it ever since that. And also, my sister got a goldfish from that fair and named it Dynamite, but it's not a name. The next name I have was my dad's dog when I was like a baby, and her name was Ginger. It was originally a unisex name for a redhead, and obviously it's gravitated towards girls. And it was it was the main character on a show called As Told by Ginger. That's what I think of. The next name I have is Hendrik. Hendrik means a state ruler, and it is German, and it is the Dutch Scandinavian form of Henry. I don't know why it gave me 3 origins. I don't know. Whatever. Hendrik is the name of my cousin's dog, and I believe he was named after a hockey player too. The next name I have is Hurley. Hurley means sea tide, and it is an Irish name. And I believe my step-grandmother named Hurley after the jewelry brand. The next name I have is Kai. Kai is Hawaiian, and I love Hawaiian names, and it means ocean. Or no, it means sea. Same thing. And it is number 199 on the list, so that's cool. My dog is named Lily. Her name is Lily Angel, but okay, so I named her Angel when we first got her when I was a kid, and then my grandma had her. She lives in my grandma's house because my mom doesn't like animals really, but my grandma left with her and then an hour later, she called and said I changed her name to Lily Angel because she said Angel sounded like a Mexican boy's name. There's my grandma for you. Lily with the 2 L's, how I spelled it is 124 on the list, and with 1 L is 27, so there's a big difference there, kind of, and it's obviously a flower name. And then Angel. Angel is a word name, obviously, for the angels in the Bible and stuff. It is number 266 for girls and number 67 for boys. And the next name I have is my other dog that lives with my grandma, and her name is Lola. Anytime I hear the name Lola, I think of the Barry Manilow song, Copacabana, because my grandma used to always play it. And it means Lady of Sorrows, and it is the Spanish diminutive of Dolores. I didn't know that. The next name I have is Lizzie. Lizzie is the name of my grandmother's cat, and It is a diminutive of Elizabeth, obviously, and it means pledged to God, and it is a Hebrew name. The next name I have is my Mima's dog. Her name is Mia. It means mine and bitter, because apparently that means the same thing. It is number 6. Oh wow, I did not know it was number 6. Wow. And anytime I hear Mia, I think of Degrassi, because there was a main character on there played by Nina Dobrev, who is obviously the main character, plays the main character of Vampire Diaries, but and she got pregnant at like 13 on Degrassi. It is an Italian name, but it is the Scandinavian form of Maria. The next name I have is another one of my cousin's dogs. She has a lot of pets. Her name is Morgan. It means circle and sea, and she named her after the alcohol Captain Morgan. And it is Welsh, and it was number 100 for girls and number 662 for boys. And I will always associate Morgan with The Walking Dead. The next name I have is one of my cat's names, Nile. It means cloud, which I didn't know. That's cool, since my middle name is Cloud and my cat's name is Cloud. And it I think of, well, a lot of people probably think of One Direction, and also when I was little, I was obsessed with the show The Nanny, with Fran Drescher, and there was the butler. His name was Niall, or Niles. And my grandmother refuses to call the cat Nile, so she calls it Kitty. How original. And that means pure, and it is a diminutive of Catherine, and there's a character on Glee named Kitty. Then I have another cat named Ninja. My cousin has a cat named Presley, which is obviously the last name of Elvis, and it means Priest's Meadow. And it's 199 for girls, which is, I don't know, for some reason that's kind of surprises me, but at the same time it doesn't. Another one of my cousin's cat's names is Riley. Riley, when I was a child, I always liked it on girls, but now I think it is better on boys. Maybe because of Degrassi, I don't know. But, it means courageous and is an Irish name. 56 for boys and 45 for girls. Next, I have my hamster's name. When I was about 12, I think, I decided that my hamster needed 3 names because hamsters needs 3 names. That's what 12-year-olds think. So her name was Sasha Zoe Genesis. Sasha is a Russian diminutive of Alexander, and it is number 428. Also, around the same time I got my hamster, my neighbor / one of my best friends got a dog, and we both named it Sasha, and I didn't even realize. And also, Obama's daughter's name is Sasha, and there is a girl on The Walking Dead named Sasha. The next part of her name was Zoe. Zoe is 100. No, why did I say 100? Zoe is 24 as with a Y, which is how I like spelling it. And Zoe is a Greek name meaning life, and is a 31 with the ZOE with the little dots over it, I believe. And the next name is Genesis. Genesis, I did not realize it was in the top 100. God dang. Wow. It is obviously the first book of the Bible, and it's number 55. Wow. Also, it was on Nameberry as a boy and a girl's name. I don't know. I can't really see it on a boy. And then one of my grandmothers, or one of my great grandmothers, on my dad's side, dogs was named Sashi, which is another form of Sasha. So, my aunt's dog is named Sawyer, and I feel like, I don't know, if I had to name kids after, like, if I had 2 kids and I had to name them after literary people, I would name them Sawyer and Holden, and they would both be boys, obviously, for whatever. But it's 120 for boys, and it was 448 for girls, and it means woodcutter. But I think my aunt named Sawyer after some hot guy on a TV show. I believe that's what she said when she got him. The next name is a dog named Shirley, and Shirley means bright meadow, and a lot of people probably associate it with Shirley Temple, obviously. Um, Even though everyone, I guess it's a age thing where I think of Shirley Temple as a drink, and everyone else thinks of Shirley Temple as the little girl, I guess, who isn't little anymore. So the next name I have is, okay, so I had 8 or so fish tanks growing up. I have none now. But the only name I can specifically remember, other than Domino, was a fish. It was like a, I don't know, it was like, it was a really tropical looking fish, and I named it Tampa, which is like a city in Florida or something. And for some reason, I feel like the only way it would be used on a human is in like a Housewives of Atlanta show. Like, I feel like that would be one of the women's names. The next name I have is Tequila. Tequila was one of my cousin's cats. That was her first cat, and it is Spanish, and it means liquor distilled from the agave plant. And I totally forgot to bring my uncle's dogs, so I'm gonna look them up right now. My uncle's first dog was named Frodo, and I believe they were named after someone from Lord of the Rings, right? Frodo is a literary name. Wow, how helpful. Yep, from Lord of the Rings. Okay, well, there you go. And my uncle's other dogs, who are both adopted and kept their names, are named Petey and Pete. So let's just look up Pete. Pete is, come on. Pete is a diminutive Peter, meaning rock. Well, there you go. There's the names my family has used as pets. No, like frou-frous or anything like that, really. But there you go. Bye.